Hello everybody and welcome to WSR Sundays. We are, this is Season 7, round 5 at Austria for our Sunday tier. We are running Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So far we're in qualifying for whatever reason. Am I the only one who just saw that quality time go from 15 back up to 18? Well, we have nobody on track for whatever reason yet. I'm not sure what's going on. Try and see. I guess we have somebody finally going out to the out of the pits. One of the Mercedes drivers, not Fred the Red, but Skadoosh. Yep, Skadoosh. An Alpine, I believe. That is Sev. No. Xiaomi now. Rob out of the pits in the Alpine. Let's go ahead and have a look. We'll follow the leading Mercedes right now of Skadoosh. He's the first one out of the pits, so I'm going to follow him for now. Somebody already getting disqualified. Xiaomi, what are you doing, blood? Skadoosh, obviously careful for the first sector. First one across that sector split. Not looking too bad. Looking like a clean lap so far on the Mercedes. For those paying attention here, if you saw that brake and throttle trace, perfectly balancing the car into the second sector, nicely balancing the accelerator and the brake pedal in there. Comes to the line, sets is it first time of a 105.331, not too shabby so far. First lap of the session. Let's go and see if we can get another time. 106.9 from Rob in the Alpine. Iffy, Aima in the AlphaTauri, getting 104.768, setting provisional pole. Rob, corner cutting turn 1 though. Don't want to do that. Not only are you setting the balance of the car completely off, but you're corner cutting, so don't do that. Reaper sets a 104.831 in the Red Bull. EP Jordan with a 105, oh no, yeah. This is EP Jordan, but now he's on his own lap. But he said a 105.1. Scholar with a 106.7 in the Alfa Romeo. Who do we have? Let's go and have a look at Elfar Beacom. He is now going on his lap in the Haas. We have another person who set a time, Sev Leclerc, 104.894. Nobody being able to touch Ifeama's time so far. Maybe B-Tom can beat that. Put a couple tenths on that head. So 16.8, sector 1 for B-Tom, as there's a Williams that's crawling up to him. Actually, wait, is this? Oh, okay, this is high fuel. So we will go on to another car. Let's go ahead and look at Kevcow in the Alfa Romeo. Why am I confusing the two today? Something's in the water. Heads into the penultimate corner, not looking too shabby. Final corner, 5th gear. Plants the throttle, doesn't invalidate, almost does. Get the time of a 105.819 so far. Skadoosh, I think he's going for another lap. He's not going to have enough fuel though. .108.4 in terms of race pace for Beaton, but on the soft tire, looking on the high fuel. Probably looking to warm up, probably just gone on the PlayStation, so fair play. Let's go ahead and jump on another driver. Sammy, what are you doing? How is this not going to be invalid? It's going to be invalid. No, it's not. Talk about abusing the corner cutting. Okay. Okay, let's bring him all on the lap here. I don't think he is. Yeah, ERS is recording, so he's not on the lap there. Who else? Jim, hitting. Beaton, Acid Masters, AA Mej, I don't know how you pronounce that name, but he is now out in the Ferrari. Fred the Red, probably, yep, on his out lap. Cohen, I think he's about to start his lap. There's almost 5 laps of fuel though, not very recommended. Fight Me Now bot, looking to start his lap. But so far, our times. Ifayama on provisional pole with a 104.768. Reaper with a 104.831, 104.894 for Cephala Flare, just within that half a tenth. Jojo in a 105.1. EP Jordan 105.1 as well. Skadoosh 105.3, 105.8 from Sammy, even though he that lap should be illegal. Kevcal 105.8, Fuegomal 106.4, Scholar with a 106.7, 106.7 for Jim as well. They're both in touching distance. Rob J. Lewis 106.9, Beaton with a 107.0, but he is on a high fuel, so that lap doesn't really count. It's not really representative. Acid Masters and everybody else behind it is not on the lap, but 5B Nowbot is. So let's go ahead and have a look. We've been looking quite quick lately. Guy's no slouch. So purple sector 116.135. As the Alfa Romeo gets out of the way, see I didn't call an Alpine this time. I'd say what corners these are, but I do not know the corner numbers off the top of my head. Purple Sector 2, what time is this going to be? 104.697. Pips Ifayama, the provisional pole that we just had. Fight Me Now bot looking to fight for pole now. Ifayama though currently down on his time by about a quarter of a, or 3/4 of a tenth. Maybe he's an improvement on the final corner, who knows? What time can it be? Is it going to be an improvement? No, it's not, just barely. But not enough to get Fight Me Now bot off pole. I think that's Defense Master on his lap now. Beaton in pits. Rob on another lap as well. Actually, I think this is in lap. No ERS or anything. Jim on his out lap. So weird. Dinkon is in that. Somehow he's up on his time though. So I guess he's doing consecutive laps. say a quick intermission. You're not bad. I think Reaper's on the lap now. Yeah, he is. Just going to have a look, see if he can fight for pole. 1/10 up in the first sector. Turn 3 in the Red Bull. See if he can get good traction out here. Yes, he does. Plants it really well. He's going to keep on his lap. Gets a minor toe from the Aston Martin over here. Probably, what is that, Jojo? Yes, it is. Really tossing that car into the second sector here. Reaper still up on his time, but not purple. But almost 3/4 of a tenth up, but is probably not going to be enough. He needs to be able to find about 1/10.5 in order to nab that pole from Fight Me Now bot, or at least get professional pole for now. Final corner, runs it up to the line. What time is it going to be? And it's pole, 104.645. Almost 1/2 tenth up on Fight Me Now bot. That third sector really put it together for Reaper here. So we've got a good fight for pole, but I'd say a 4-way fight for pole here, unless Jojo or I know B-Tom's got some time in him. So let's go ahead and go on for his lap. Is he up? Is he? Nope, he's still doing high fuel running. So he won't be doing a actual qualifying lap. He's hiding something. Whatever. Mej, I think he's going to be on the lap, but let's see who else is on the lap so we can go on them. Was Jojo on the lap now? I think he is. Let's see who else is. Skadoosh probably is. Asset Ministers. Fuego Mall. Yeah. We'll go on with Jojo. Let's go and have a look at Fight Me Now bot's lap. Surely he can find that little 1/2 tenth there. All he has to find is 1/2 tenth to snag pole. Of course, you want to find more, put a little buffer between him and Reaper. Efayama surely has something extra for himself. As defense domestic, it's a 5-place grid penalty for illegal blocking. I wonder what that was from. But we continue on with Fight Me Now bot and watch his lap. Fight Me Now bot gets purple in the second sector. See if we can put it together in the last 2 corners. Opens the DRS, runs it up to the line, and it is pole with a 104.371. He puts the gap on Reaper. He gets a little buffer, but can Reaper respawn? Can Efayama respawn? Can any of these guys respawn with 4 minutes to go in qualifying? It'll be really interesting to see. Both Reaper and Efayama are in the pits, but Seb LaFleur is currently starting his lap. Let's see if he can put a challenge on to Fight Me Now bot. And Sevlo Flair gets super close, but still needs to find a little bit more. Probably has to find about 2 tenths to really get the fight now bot in the final lap, but yeah. Pretty good fight for the top 5 positions here. But Fight Me Now bot really put that gap down on these guys. Let's go on board for Skadoosh. Probably is going to be his final lap for this session. If he finds about 2 or 3 or 4 tenths, he can probably be in the fight for P7. Even P4 if he gets a really good lap in, but I'd say he's fighting. Oh, and he invalidates. That's unfortunate. Who do we have on the lap? I think we have JoJo on the lap now. Yep. He's on the lap. Gets a small tow from the AlphaTauri here. Surely Ayama can defend his provisional pole from earlier. Currently not sitting on provisional pole, sitting on P4. He does have to find a pretty decent gap, or pretty decent margin. Let's go ahead and look at the gap to leader. Ayama having to find almost 4 tenths, probably wants to find 5 tenths in his final lap, which is a tall order. But considering he didn't use any of his other tires and he's waited for track evolution to do its thing, he might be able to find that time. What are you doing? What was this man cooking? Now we have Fight Me Now bot going to defend his provisional pole. Let's see if he can improve. Go ahead and take it on board. Really driving it hard, and he spins a little bit. I can tell he's really overdriving the car though. Turn 1, he went down into 3rd gear. He killed his momentum, and that surely killed his the rest of the momentum up to turn 3. Turns into turn 3 and then loses traction. So that's his lap over. Surely Seb Leclerc though can put a challenge, or not, because he has already crossed the line. Reaper invalidates his lap. What is his lap going to be? And it was not going to be pole, but it was going to be very close. Invalid, unfortunately. If Ayama not able to improve either, improves by a hair, but not enough. Jordan, currently still on the lap. See what he can do, and he invalidated. Oh, that's not invalid, but it is purple to the 2nd sector. Let's see what he can do these final corners. But he has to find a lot of time in order to be in the fight for pole. He might be able to get P3 though. Looks like he is in the fight. Fight Me Now bot retires, and he invalidates his lap. Jordan invalidates his lap, and he won't be improving on his time. Pretty unfortunate for him. Gets a 7.58. What would that place him? 7.58. Yeah, he wouldn't have improved actually. That's unfortunate. As most of our guys are over with the session, Fight Me Now bot gets pole with a 104.371. Sevlip Flair with a 104.483. Reaper with a 104.645. Ayama with a 4.734. EP Jordan 104.924. JoJo with a 105.115. That was our top 5 so far. Let's see when I get the roundup here. And this is your grid, ladies and gentlemen. Fight Me Now bot takes pole. Fat Sevla Flair P2, Reaper in 3rd. Ayama P4, Jordan P5, JoJo P6, Mej in P7, Skadoosh P8, Kevkel in P9, Jim and P10, Solar in P11, I think that's like rounds, I'm not sure. Acid Masters P12, Sammy Sesman in P13. Whoops. Why isn't it letting me scroll down? Okay, there we go. Sammy P13, Fuego and P14, Defense Master P15, 16th for Lewis, Cohen P17, Fred the Red P18, B Tom P19, Shahomi and P20. Hello, Sir Pillars, in the chat over here. Call me a scrub. And we're off for a formation lap. Strategy here should be a one-stop medium to hard. I don't think the soft to medium really works on this game now, so used to work in previous games, but with the tire model now, it's changed a bit. So Fight Me Now Bot on an interesting strategy though. Seems to be running the same strategy he ran I believe Saturday or Friday. He ran the mediums to the end and went on mediums for about 25 laps or so. Mr. Pillar says, "Come back to the retirement home. We need to reminisce." Yeah. I mean, I'll do another season or two of driving, but then I'll come back to the retirement home. I can't lie. This F1 game grind is not for me anymore. Now we'll have a look at the tire for everybody. We can see that the top three on hards all going to be locked into the same strategy. Hard probably to medium. P4 to P11 all on the medium tire, doing the standard strategy for this race, medium to hard. 3D SQs for whatever reason, I guess they ran into one another. Just an innocent on-grid smooch. These guys are probably going to be on not so hot tires. But yeah, Fuego Mall on the hard, Cohen on the soft, Fred the Red, B-Tom, and Defense Master on the hard with Chahumi on the medium for P19, backing up the grid. Yeah, Sam, assist scrubs everywhere these days. It's killing me. I understand your pain. This is why I just... Yeah. Reaper gets disqualified for whatever reason. I guess he lined up improperly. Jojo as well. Some of these guys giving each other love taps and disqualifying one another. What is that, like half the grid? A third of the grid disqualifying each other? That should be the grid lined up now. We have 5 red lights. Almost. Lights out. Lights out? No. I guess not. And there we go. Lights out. Away we go. See who gets a good start though. Ifayama getting a better launch, obviously on the medium tire, but everybody on the hard tire so far ahead. Not looking too shabby. Let's go ahead and have a look through turn 1. There's a bit of a kerfuffle going on back here. What is going on? Nobody leaving each other space. But everybody tucks in, it seems. People diving one another as they're all in close proximity. Not looking too shabby though. Up front, Fight Me Now Bot leads Sev LaFleur with Ifayama in the medium tire. Looking to probably get a move on, really. The life of the medium tire is probably going to be about, I'd say, 7 laps before you start to feel the wear and start to feel these tires equalize to one another. But after like lap 11, 12, 13, it's probably going to be more towards the hard tire. So Fayama probably looking to get a move on, and maybe even trying to build a gap onto the hard tire. But at this point, he doesn't have track position, and that just makes his job even harder, considering if he doesn't have track position, he doesn't have clean air. As somebody gets into a kerfuffle with Cohen, that's unfortunate. B-Tom, avoiding a spin by Rob Lewis. What is going on back here? Resets the track. Cohen, and wow. Some craziness out here in the midfield. As Fayama goes for the inside on the Seb LaFleur. I believe that's what just happened. Sent a little dive bomb there. Like I said, looking to get track position, build a little gap on those mediums, so that way he's safe at the end, or at least somewhat safe. Let's have a look on board of Fayama. About half of the way down into the ZRS. Probably looking to chase down Fight Me Now Bot, but Fight Me Now Bot looking ostentatiously quick here. Fight Me Now Bot taking the fastest lap, 107.347. Nobody able to respond so far. Not even if Fayama. Let's see if Fayama can pull that DRS. Yep, he gets the DRS. Probably looking to close on the gap, because before turn 1, Fight Me Now Bot had almost a second gap. He's going to want to have DRS everywhere he can get the chance to and put the move on, but the way that Fight Me Now Bot is looking right now, oh man. It's going to be tough for Fayama to really just put the challenge on, and not even just put the challenge, but if he does move ahead, he's going to want to get a gap. Otherwise, he's not going to be safe to Fight Me Now Bot in the closing stages of the race, as the medium tire will come on super strong. And not only will it come on super strong, he's going to have a lighter car, but the tire wear won't make as much of an influence compared to how it is now with the heavy car. But so far, it looks like the field is pretty close. Not too much field spread going on here, thankfully. Everybody keeping pace with each other almost. And thankfully, not a safety car, not a VSC just yet. So, not looking too shabby. Understeering in the final corner, though, for Fayama. See if he can put the fastest lap. Can he do it? No. Not yet. Does he beat Fight Me Now Bot's previous fastest lap, even though he is on DRS and using his ERS? Fight Me Now Bot, like I said, looking really, really quick. But, you can tell Fayama's doing pretty much everything he can to keep the pace with Fight Me Now Bot. Fight Me Now Bot having a pretty good combination of straight line speed and corner speed, pretty much dropping the crap out of that Alpine, really. So, yeah, the race is looking good for Fight Me Now Bot. Hopefully neither of these guys make mistakes or spin. And these guys can keep the pressure on one another, give us a clean race. Reaper, though, within half a second, or within a second of Seb LaFleur here on the same strategy, both guys on hard tires. Mej and everybody that follows him on the medium so far not really being able to make a move. I guess that's because everybody is in DRS, and it's also pretty hard to overtake when they're all running low wings. So somebody has to have a major advantage either in the corners or on the straights. So Jordan 1.4 seconds behind Jojo. Skadoosh over a second behind as well, not in the DRS train. KevCal just barely getting out of that DRS train. Needs to catch up a little bit, and he gets a DRS. So I guess the detection point was there. Jim within half a second or so of KevCal, maybe he can make a move. But we look up front. Somebody's catching up on Fight Me Now Bot. Fayama making the pass cleanly into turn 3. Fight Me Now Bot goes and gets better traction. As Fayama, though, has a bit of a half spin, so Fight Me Now Bot having the DRS, using some of his battery, goes up the inside on the hard tire. Once again, this is the opposite strategy, so Fayama has to get this move done, build the gap, but Fight Me Now Bot fighting with everything that he has. These guys fighting into the second sector. This is great racing here, side by side. Fayama looking to just get that, what is he doing? Oh man, these guys are super tight into sector 3 though. Fight Me Now Bot looking to keep him behind, as these guys are on, they're on a different strategy. Right now, Fight Me Now Bot is on a harder tire. So, I mean, if you're on the harder tire, you want to keep somebody on the opposite strategy behind you. That way they can't really, it affects their race time in the later stages of the race. As Seb LaFleur had closed up to these two, these guys were fighting hard. Seb LaFleur probably looking to get a move on, but you can see Seb LaFleur not really having the pace. Drained the battery, that can tell you something. Seb LaFleur closes up and taps Fuyama though. That's gonna put him off his rhythm on that corner exit here. Reaper looking to get in on this battle for the win. Mej probably going to close up as well, as Fight Me Now Bot kind of holds everybody in the DRS train here. Tommy's... Oh, this man says, "Beat Tom is Mickey Mouse in my book." I don't know what book you're reading. This man was just sandbagging in qualifying. Fight is beatable, yes, but let's see. Fight Me Now Bot 8/10 ahead of Fuyama. Wondering what's happening to Fuyama right now. Probably ran out of the ERS or made a huge mistake in the second sector, but Seb LaFleur lining up Fuyama here. Both of these guys with not enough ERS to really do anything, but Colin gets a 3-second time penalty. Going into turn 1, let's see if Seb LaFleur can close up a little bit. Probably going to be really difficult on the hard tire, but that's what happens. And somebody has a spin. Fred the Red spinning in the back. Cohen, and it's going to go back to the lead plate here. Fuyama 5/10 behind. Usually, if you're on a track with DRS trains like this, like I said, you need like a major advantage in the corners or in the straights, as Reaper gets past Seb LaFleur here into turn 4, I believe. But these guys are fighting as they're on the equal strategy here. The Red Bull not really being able to go on the outside, using his DRS, using everything that he can, as he gets past that Williams, and somebody throws up the dirt, as Reaper, personally, I wouldn't let that happen. This man went around the outside, and got his position back. But you can see these guys all pushing like mad. Red lights blinking and all. Seb LaFleur probably looking to close up again, as Fuyama within 4/10 of a second of Fight Me Now Bot. That's usually what you want to be. You want to get within 4/10 of a second, and then you can probably execute a move. You really need the top speed though. Sector 2, somebody has spun. I hope that's not a crash. Nope, there we're good. Fergamore retires, hopefully not a safety car, as Fuyama just sends it. And is this a safety car? Yeah, I believe it is. Fuyama getting that moved on in the nick of time. And that right there, ladies and gentlemen, is a safety car. Now we have our guys pitting. We got the lead group of cars all pitting. I wonder who this benefits though. Fight Me Now Bot going on the mediums, just like he did yesterday. Fuyama. B-Tom gets into position for P3. Probably looking to establish himself for a podium tonight. Of course, not getting track position as he decided not to really do qualifying, but Jojo P2 and on the medium tire in the Aston Martin. Reaper, not looking too bad though. Probably looking to go really long on those hards. And now this will extend the life of his hards and aid his stint on the mediums if he decides to race. Or if he decides to go on the mediums, because he can probably save these hards a little bit, go a little bit longer, and go on the softs. But who knows? Honestly, I wonder who this Tommy guy is in our comments. I think he should be racing with us. He says FE is in a good position now, and that the mediums will burn out a little in the final laps. Hards are going to be better. I would have to agree with that. Guys like Fight Me Now Bot though, and Seb LaFleur going on the mediums now. That's going to be a really interesting thing to watch. I wonder if they're betting on another safety car, but who knows. I know that yesterday Fight Me Now about went 25 laps on the medium, so I mean it's doable, but who knows what the pace is going to be like. We have Fuego Mall leaving the session. Safety car is now in this lap as Kepcow lines up the back of the grid. Going green, green, green on this lap. Reaper, and we have our stream up, comments. Reaper opens himself up to more options we get on either safety car around 15 to 20. Yeah, for sure. All these guys that didn't pit, we have Defense Master, Fred the Red, Reaper, Jojo, and B-Tom. All these guys, they'll be saved if we get another safety car, which we just might. Who knows? These guys all warming up their hard tires. Usually these tires are not that easy to warm up. Jojo looking to fight, and B-Tom. Let's go ahead and look at B-Tom's point of view, though. As they go, and Jojo looking to defend already. You guys behind slept on it. As Jojo goes and mounts the curb, goes wide. B-Tom engaging that overtake. Probably looking to get a sneak by Jojo, as he knows Jojo's tires are going to be going out soon. Reaper looking like he got a good start, though. Jojo looking to probably slept a little bit. Efayama, though. Ooh, what is going on here? Somebody's ghosted. Several player Fight Me Now, but all these guys that were racing for the win here, all fighting here. I'm willing to bet on Effie here, though. If we get no safety car, he's gotten on the better strategy. Going 20 laps, 25 laps on the medium is not a good idea. And we have Cohen, who probably just spun on the back there. But we keep on this fight, though. These guys... Oh, FAM already getting a 3-second time penalty. That's not going to be good. Mej. And Acid Master's retiring. Please don't let this be another safety car. And it's another safety car. Man, and there's another car. Rob J. Lewis, I guess, must have ran. Yep, both of these guys on the bear. That sucks. As we have more retirements, we have Sammy, who's probably, spun on the grab. I believe that was him. What is Reaper doing? That's not you warming them up. Safety car waiting for these guys. Let's go and have a look. Back here, nobody's seemingly having any damage. Scholar pretty slow. EP Jordan, I'm sure he's going to pass the safety car any minute now. There it is, waiting for the leader. Honestly, I can see this really paying off for the medium runners now. You get to really save your tires, conserve them, and they won't have such a strong drop-off towards the end of the race. Usually, going that long, 20 laps or so, 25 laps, you're going to just start feeling the tire wear after 15, really. They're pretty consistent until 15, and then after that, it's really a bit of a mixed game. Reaper, Jojo, all pitting. B-Tom leading the race from the back of the grid, obviously not qualifying. Disqualified himself, he was doing high fuel runs at the beginning, but yeah. But several flare, 4-lap-old mediums for Fight Me Now About it as well, 4-lap-old parts for Fayama, but he has a 3-second time penalty, so that's going to really hurt him in the closing stages unless he can really pull a gap out and the mediums drop out completely. Guys all checking up over here. top 7, top 8 really closing up. So far, the only people to fit new tires, we have JoJo on the hard and Reaper on mediums. This should be able to give him an advantage, and I would say he'd be, I think, equaling out to the guys that kind of pitted and got hards, like Ifayama towards the end of the race. Usually the balance kind of swings in the favor of the hard tire if we were to go off the laps of the previous safety car. But now that Reaper has the freshest mediums, I would say that those 4-lap pressure mediums, 5-lap pressure mediums are going to equal out almost to the hard tire at the end of the race. I'd say the hard tire does still have a bit of an advantage, so it's going to come down to ERS and DRS and overall pace, straight line speed at the end. So it'll be interesting to watch what tire, what car looks fastest towards the end of the race. I know that the hardest degged cars are going to be several players right now, but I think we'll have to watch probably for LFR Tom currently leading us. He's going to end up having the best mediums at the end of the race. Maybe he'll even go hards, or he'll go hard to soft at the end. So who knows? We have a really open-ended race to watch here. Safety car though should be in this lap, and as I say that, the pop-up comes up. Safety car in this lap. We have LFR Tom as our leader. Let's go ahead and watch Fight Me Now Bot. Fight Me Now Bot on medium. Several player also on medium. Surely VTOM is looking to hold these guys up as much as he can, or maybe he'll let these guys run their race. But his best thing right now is probably to try and keep the lead as long as he can. That way, once he goes on the alternate strategy and pits for his mediums or even the softs, he'll give himself an easier time coming back up. This will help his overall position. It won't help his race time. Probably go slower on overall race time, but it'll allow him to make his final stint a little bit easier as he bolts away in a really unorthodox spot. Several player not really putting on too much pressure here, staying pretty decently behind VTOM. I guess he's going to wait to make his move as VTOM gets tapped pretty lightly, but still upsets the balance of the car. Allows Fight Now Bot to close up, gets that ERS on, gets an overtake going. We're going to see a battle into turn 4 here. As Fight Me Now Bot goes on the inside, VTOM leaving the space for Fight Me Now Bot, even though Fight Me Now Bot came from an Arnie almost. Fight Me Now Bot still on the ERS. VTOM fighting it here as Fight Me Now Bot goes around the outside. And VTOM taking that inside line, pushing Fight Me Now Bot wide a bit. We have 3 cars going, and one of these guys gets out of the race. What just happened here? Fight Me Now Bot and LFR VTOM taking each other out. What is going on here? Wow, these guys, man. Guys said it was, oh man. Several Flair as well involved in this incident, losing wing. VTOM not losing any, and Fight Me Now Bot keeping himself, I guess, somewhat clean. I guess he just went into the gravel, but pretty unfortunate for all these guys to involve themselves in this. Why would you go 3 wide in that corner? Anyways, Ifayama leads this race now with a 3-second time penalty out of Mej and Reaper. Reaper definitely in the hot seat now on the medium tire. Freshest mediums, besides VTOM, of course, he just pitted, but he's in the back of the grid, so it won't really matter at the end of the race. But yeah, VTOM held the inside line, I believe. That's what I was seeing. Fight on the outside, and somehow, some way, they made it a 3-way into that that long left-hander, and then they all took each other out. That's pretty unfortunate. We had a really good fight for the win here. We were going to have Ifayama, Reaper, Mej, And we were going to have 6 cars in the contention for the win here, but now we have that show taken from us. So we follow on with Reaper here. Less than 4 tenths behind Mej. Probably looking to get a move on, but he is looking pretty good. I don't think he really needs to do anything. DRS now enabled, so if he can get the move on done organically, he can. But really, nothing too more about it, honestly. Doesn't have to fight too hard, but he is 3 laps over, almost 3 laps over on fuel as he gets the DRS pass down on Reaper. Reaper, though, getting a little bit more late on the brakes, but Reaper probably getting better traction here. DRS once again on Efayama. And surely Reaper is going to close in Sector 2. We will have a DRS pass on next lap, and that should be almost game over unless he spins or something. But yeah, pretty unfortunate. I thought we were going to have a better battle here. As we have a pretty good battle here between Fight Minabot and Xiaomi. These guys do get out over here. There's a big gaggle of cars back here, battling it out in the midfield. Cal, middle sector, let's have a look. Using his ARS, pretty low, under 10%, losing top speed here if you're in under 10%, so it's not really that good. Lining it up though for the DRS, the start-finish straight. The Mercedes though closer to Jordan than Cal is to Skadoosh. Let's gonna have a look here, see if he can make a move. As Efayama loses the lead to Reaper on DRS here. And yellow sector 1 for the Mercedes was probably for the red, I guess. But Efayama having the DRS on Reaper, probably going to look to just keep that DRS and stick with him till the end of the race. Maybe the mediums will drop off a bit, but probably not too much. As you have Scholar here battling it with Jim, 2 tenths behind. I think this might be one of Jim's better finishes. Finally getting up here because Duke can get on the hard tire, but Scholar with the time penalty. As Skadoosh and Jordan are tapping each other. What is this? Come on, guys. What? And Kevcow, same thing. All these guys getting involved in a little tangle. That's not really good. Reaper almost getting a second gap on Efayama. Efayama really struggling on the hard tire. Still gets the DRS though, that's a good thing. Probably pushing to keep his pace close to Reaper, but medium tire, younger medium tire, 3-second time penalty. The odds are stacked against Efayama now. As we have a fight back here, Fight Minabot and Defense Master. Fight Minabot though having that top speed. Fight Minabot looking to make a move on Skadoosh though. As Scholar once again battling with Jim. Goes around the outside, or at least tries to. Gives that left rear a tap. Acid Masters, right Helmsman, what's the name? In-game? PSN? Equals Verstappen. I'm commentating, usually I drive, but, you know. Reaper gets a 3-second time penalty, so now, the fight for the win. If Mej can keep the pace here, he probably is going to win this race. Let's go ahead and look at the gap to leader here. 2 seconds off the leader, so if Mej can keep the pace up, 3-second time penalty for AP Jordan now. That's not too nice. Oh well. Ooh, Jim and Scholar looking to battle here. Both these guys no ERS though. Scholar looking to make the switch back, but really Jim partially on the apex as Fight Me Now, or no. Skadoosh and EP Jordan are battling it out here, I think. No, Fight Me Now and Skadoosh. Whoops. EP Jordan having his own battle though with Xiaomi back here. Can't keep up with all these battles, that's a good thing. We have all these guys battling for position as the Alpha looks to have just has a tiny look, but can't make the move. EP Jordan leading this little train of cars. We have Skadoosh behind Fight Me Now. Fight Me Now slowly but surely making his way back up. Let's see what this gap is to leader. Fight Me Now 13 seconds behind the leader. Wonder if he can make a challenge back up there. Fred the Red spinning in the middle sector. Kevcal behind Defense Master here. Let's see if he can line him up for a DRS pass. Using the overtake mid-corner, though, that's not very wise. Gives you less traction. On top of that, you mount the curb. Double whammy. That's unfortunate. Colin 27 dive bombs like it's open lobbies. I totally agree with you. See, do we have any close battles? Not really. Everybody's a couple tenths behind each other. As we have Scholar, I think he spun. Yep. Spun in the infield. Resets, 2-track. Let's go ahead and have to follow with our leader here. Reaper opening up his gap to Ifayama. Still not within, not over the 3-second part, but has 3 seconds to measure though. Or almost 2.5 seconds to measure. Right now he's equal to Ifayama, so Ifayama is going to be P2 or P3. As we have a spinner of Skadoosh. Kevcal still in the battle with Defense Master back here. Is he going to get close? He uses the overtake in the mid corner though, that's still Defense Master, both of these guys draining the ERS and the attempt to keep position. What I never will understand is draining your ERS like this is not conducive to your overall pace or the race time at the end. Having no ERS here, you're going to be overall slower on the straights no matter what. But Defense Master gets passed by Kevcal here. No DRS for Defense Master. Obviously has the car ahead with no DRS. Kevcal gets that move done. Continues using the overtake. Shahomi though, so we'll go and have a look at him. He's probably trying to get a little bit closer to DP Jordan though. DP Jordan without the DRS advantage is not within a second of anybody. So let's go and have a look. Not that many close battles. As Jim gets a 3-second time penalty. I think that's his first one of the night. Pretty unfortunate though, he's fighting for P5. Let's go ahead and have a look at Fight Me Now bot. Catching Jim hand over fist on those mediums. Gets the DRS, but it's not time yet to use the overtake. But closing up quite a bit to turn 3, as Jim has a bit of a hard time navigating the corner. But Fight Me Now bot gets good traction, uses his overtake. Is he trying to make a lunge from this far back? No way. Are we gonna watch this? No. He has to tuck back in. It's not enough to make the move. But goes around the inside of Jim. Jim not really putting up too much of a fight, I guess. As we have these guys switch positions into Sector 2. Let's go ahead and have a look at Defense Master. 5 tenths behind Kevcal. Quite a lot of viewers tonight. 16 people watching us. It's nice to see. Please comment, show your support for WSR tonight. Watching a pretty decent race. Let's go ahead and have a little roundup here though. Reaper right now leading us 1.8 seconds behind, or ahead of Ifayama, but he needs to find 3-second gap to Mej. That way Mej doesn't win the race. We have time penalty for Reaper, Ifayama, Jim with 3 seconds, EP Jordan has 8, Shahomi, Skadoosh, Scholar, Fred, and Cohen with 3 seconds. The only person with more than 3 seconds is EP Jordan, probably a drive-through, or not a drive-through, a pit lane speeding penalty. That's probably what it is. Usually under 5 seconds. So that's my guess. That 2, yep, 2 minutes. Let's go ahead and have a look at this battle between Mej and Ifayama. I wonder if Ifayama knows that Reaper has a penalty or what it is, but he should be able to get past Ifayama if he uses some of his battery. As Ifayama makes a crucial mistake, Mej closes up. Surely he's going to use some battery here. Use a DRS. FRR going at full tilt as Ifayama has no battery, so Ifayama should just... Oh, he's probably driving the crap out of the AlphaTauri. As Mej, using his overtake, using his DRS, looking to make the move on Ifayama. Does it before the DRS detection line, so Ifayama's going to have the DRS into the next straight. Ifayama seems to tuck back in behind the Ferrari. Gets the DRS though. I wonder if these guys are looking to battle into the following corner. As Mej using his overtake to defend it. Kevcal with a 3-second time penalty for him. Turn 4 for Mej, I believe. I think that is turn 4. And he gets the boost successfully. Right now he splits the guys with time penalties, so Marish still within 3 seconds of Reaper. Reaper won't win this race unless he pulls or keeps that 3-second gap between the two. Right now, he hasn't had it. We have a battle between EP Jordan and Xiaomi. These guys all jostling for position over here. As Efuyama struggling to keep the pace. Already out of 1 second gap. And, yeah. Not even getting the DRS. Got Scholar back here with Defense Master. These guys are battling in the second sector. Can be quite dangerous, as we saw earlier between Fightman Albot and 2 other cars. Sevla, Flair, and Vitom all battling in the third sector. But, I guess that goes to show that Fightman Albot is a bit different gravy, though. Sevla, Flair, and Vitom back here, 40 seconds behind the lead. Fightman Albot only 12. Within 10 laps to go. Can Fightman Albot put a second to lap on these guys? More than a second to lap? I don't know. That's going to be like mission impossible for him. Sevla, Flair, though, and Vitom relatively close. Surely Vitom can try and close that gap, give us a battle. But Interval says UFR Vitom is 2 seconds behind, and Sevla, Flair gets a 3-second time penalty. Probably going a little bit too wide. Multiple warnings, and Vitom only has to find 5 or 6 tenths to get P13 off Sevla, Flair. Let's go and have a look. Fightman Albot with 3-second time penalty. No! That's not good for him. Surely that's what happens when you push a little bit too hard. But when you're making your way back from the back end of the field, that's what sometimes you have to do is push. And sometimes that push can give you the 3-second time penalty. It is what it is. Xiaomi, is he within? Yes, he is. Within that 1 second for EP Jordan with 8 seconds of time penalties right now, though. Free position for Xiaomi if he stays there, but my guess is better to have clean air. As Jim probably looking to get a move on JoJo soon. Within 4 tenths of JoJo, I don't know. I don't think he can really make a move or anything. You can tell the car is just dying out of ERS here. And this is one of the best examples, actually. I was mentioning 5-second time penalty for Sev, and he retires. Skadoosh for 3 seconds as well. Wonder what happened to Sev. I didn't get to see. And Jim, something on the inside. We have yellows in sector 3. I don't think he can really make that move. So forces it though on JoJo. But a yellow in sector 3 doesn't do anything? Now it's in sector 1. Yeah, Jim looks to cut the slipstream. Yeah, that was going to say that one of my prime examples was on the back straight. On the next DRS zone, Jim only topped out about 194. So given he has a sufficient battery, let's say over 20, 30, 40%, he would have topped out around 200. So that's a major advantage, major speed deficit to the car ahead if you have no battery. The battery becomes ineffective, it becomes useless if you're drained like that. So now we have the Fuyama within half a second of Mej. Mej looking to probably close up a little bit more on Reaper so we can get this win. Two laps, Fightman Albot has managed to close about 2 seconds. No, 3 laps, but close. Who else was having the battle over here? Xiaomi within a second of VP Jordan, probably going to get the DRS on, but not close enough to really make a move. And Mej hovering within that 3 second, kind of toying with that 3 seconds right there. Tried the road with a 3 second time penalty. 6 seconds for him overall, but Mej really hovering within that 3 seconds of Reaper. I believe Reaper's on the medium? Yes, he is. Efuyama, another 3 seconds for him, so he's really out of contention for the win. Not really going on for him anymore. Hopefully Mej can stay without time penalties and give us a decent battle for the win. They're both hovering within that 3-second mark, hovering there. But Mej and Reaper probably giving it everything now at this point. All you have to play for is a race win between these two guys. Reaper has a majority of the gap now. It's just going to come to fine margins. Skadoosh, another 3 seconds for him. Skadoosh with 9 seconds of penalties. We have one of our guys in the comments saying Brendan Thomas is a fraud. I refuse to further elaborate on that. But yeah, it's pretty frustrating as for me as a commentator to see 3 guys going 3 wide into this corner that Reaper's going through. Really not sure what was going on there. 3 guys to one corner, especially that corner. It's not easy. It's really not that difficult, or it's really difficult with 2 guys, but trying 3 into that same corner, not a good time. And B-Tom changes the tires, goes onto the softs for the final 5 laps, calling with another second time penalty. Let's have a look at Kefcal though. We have a fight for the final points. Maybe he can make his way past his teammate. Galaxy, I'm not sure what happened to Cohen. I think he had a couple spins, but I'm really not too sure. Not too much going on back here. Let's have a look at EP Jordan though. Closing up on Shahomi's AlphaTauri. Smashes the brakes to turn 3. Gets really close on the traction. Yes, Seb Flair has left the session, but I think after the second safety car, second safety car, LFR B-Tom was in the lead, and both Fight and Seb Flair went 3 wide into that left-hander. So if you go back, you watch what happened after the second safety car. Kaz was leading, and they went 3 wide right into this corner. So that's where all 3 of them were wrecked out of the race contention, or race-winning contention, anyways. So go back to the stream, rewatch that. I was pretty appalled by that. As we have a spinner of Scholars. Wonder what happened. Maybe these 2 guys in the Alphas were beefing for that final point. Yellow Sector 3, hopefully no safety car or VSC gets deployed. But this fight for the win, what is up? 3.1 for Mej. You better get that dog out of him, because, man, it's going to be Reaper who has a dog in him tonight if he wins with the 3-second time penalty. Ooh, what is going on back here? EP Jordan getting the move on Shahomi under DRS, having that straight line speed as these guys tag one another. They're going to go side by side into this corner yet again. Oh, there we go. One of the Ferrari going a bit deep, but gets the move done. These guys going front to transmission here. Front end to gearbox, front wing to gearbox here. Jim with a 3-second time penalty. Both these guys duking it out for P6. Solid points here on the board, with the B-Tom getting 105.401 on the soft tire. Five-second time penalty for JoJo speeding in the pit lane. Pretty unfortunate for him. As JoJo leaves the session DNFs, is this going to be a safety car for us? Oh no, I think a DNF from the pit lane. Whoops. I was going to say, maybe we could just use a normal finish instead of a safety car finish tonight. This is the only battle going on track. Everybody else has a decent amount of field spread. But Jordan fighting for P6, fighting for his life, even though he has 8 seconds of penalties. But yeah. As I guess B-Tom has spun, as he's not going the natural speed down the straight. As Reaper having a bit of a moment on those medium tires. I wonder if they're going out a little bit. letting Mesh sneak back into the 3-second window. Once again, Reaper needing 3 seconds to keep this win for himself. Surely he's pushing to the maximum, as is Mej. Going back here to Shahomi and Jordan putting on a good battle for the streamers tonight. As Shahomi getting deep on the brakes, Jordan getting really good traction though, and getting away from Jordan, getting that sufficient gap to not be able to attack into the next corner. As Reaper spins, he loses the race tonight. Oh, pushing a little bit too hard as Mej now has the race win for himself. Nothing to do. B-Tom gets a 3-second time penalty, multiple warnings, probably extending. But Mej getting this race win, putting Reaper under pressure tonight. Kev Cal, 3-second time penalty for him. Defense Master and Mej. Good job for these guys so far. No penalties for them. Luckily, Reaper not really losing more positions than he did. Still secures a podium for himself. Fight Me Now Bot 7 seconds behind. Once again, though, Fight Me Now Bot showing tremendous pace tonight. Pretty unfortunate. The 3 guys, B-Tom, Fight Me Now Bot, and Saddlefair took each other out. Otherwise, we had probably a 6-way fight for the win tonight. Pretty upsetting to see that. Pretty upsetting. It went from 6 down to 3 people fighting for the win. But yeah, I guess that's where racing goes. Reaper 7.5 seconds behind Ifayama, so we're not really going to get an effective fight here, but Shahomi and EP Jordan are the only guys keeping this race alive at this point. Or at least the stream. Within 0.6 of a second as Fight Me Now Bot has a spin. Unfortunate for him, as LFR B-Tom gets 5 seconds for speeding in the pit lane. What is he going to do here? Is he going to go on another set of softs? Nope, he retires in the pits. Retires on the last lap. Come on, man. You couldn't just cross the line. And now the car goes back out into the track. Pretty unfortunate. But Mej is going to be our race winner for tonight as long as he doesn't spin. As EP, Jordan, and Shahomi keep battling it out. Hopefully nothing dirty goes on here. And they tag each other, trying to dance and play tango. But Shahomi not really having to battle it that hard. EP Jordan has 5 seconds of penalties, so but hey, if they want to duke it out, they can. B-Tom leaves the session as Fight Me Now Bot probably pits for fastest lap, but he's not going to get the chance to do the fastest lap. As Mej crosses the line, P1, Ifayama P2, or so far. Reaper looking to make across the line. Has he boxed? Oh, he takes himself out. Okay, what's that about? Come on, man. Jim, P4. Jordan and P5, or at least for now, should be a little bit later in a minute. Jordan crosses a line physically in P5, but Shahomi takes P5 as Jordan takes P6. Skadoosh, P7, Kev Cal, P8 so far. Wonder if any of these penalties remaining are going to shuffle the grid a little bit. No, they do. Kev Cal, P8, Fred the Red, and Fight Me Now Bot our last finishers. As we wait for these guys to cross the line. Fight Me Now Bot crosses the line. Pretty unfortunate race for him. Defense Master P10, P11 as Cohen ends the race. And that rounds out our race tonight. Look at all those penalties. And quite a few DNS, but oh man, there's town penalties. Maj wins the race with LFRB Tom snagging the fastest lap of a 105.401. And well, that is all for tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for tuning in to WSR. We race Sundays, Saturdays, and Fridays. Be sure to tune in. And well, yeah, that rounds off our stream. Have a good night, everybody. See you next time.